Hello my nerdlings. If you're new here, my name is Nikki. Welcome to my channel where we get nerdy. Today I'm going to be doing a video of children's Christmas books that I enjoy reading with my kids, that I think that this is basically a Christmas book recommendation video. I have a big old stack, and you will see that some of these are much loved. We've had them for a long time. And so I'm just going to grab one. Some of them you're going to know because they're classics. Some of them you aren't. These are the books that we have had, that we've been collecting for years. My kids do get new books every Christmas. So this has been our collection that's been ongoing for the past 10 years with Nikolai. And then of course we got Quincy books in here. And of course now it's going to be even more books because of Leon. So I'm going to grab a small stack, set them on the desk next to me, show them off, and then we'll just keep going. So, if you can't tell, Christmas is my time of year. So one moment, and I'll get my books. Alright, so I got my two stacks here. But first book, my boys just got last Christmas, and that is Dasher by Matt Tavares, maybe. Matt is an illustrator, illustrator from Maine. He's from Algonquin, Maine. So same state as me, just a little far away. And it's the story on how Dasher met Santa, which I think is super cute. So I highly recommend this, for sure. It has really beautiful illustrations. Let me find, like, absolutely beautiful illustrations. So, book one. Book number two is a classic, and it's The Night Before Christmas. And you can tell this is old because our price is 59 cents. 59 cents. This is from 1976. So it's an oldie. It's got really classical illustrations. I enjoy this. I actually keep this where my kids can't get it because it's obviously an old edition. I keep this book and one other book wrapped up with my Christmas decorations. Just because the other book is technically mine. And if you saw my kitchen, you'd understand why. And that book is How to Catch a Gingerbread Man. This is book number 3. This is by Adam Wallace, and the illustrator is Andy Elkerton. They're very whimsy books. When the storyteller starts to read, run as fast as you can. I'm off in a start, and you'll have to be smart to catch me, the gingerbread man. It's all very lyrical. It's rhymey and stuff like that. These books, these how to catch books, my kids have almost every single one of them. We love them. And it all started with, I want to say how to catch a snowman is what started our love of these, and we have just been collecting every single one since. We have How to Catch a Monster, How to Catch a Dragon. Even my 10-year-old still enjoys these. My husband and I get a giggle when we read them to him. They're super fun. So the book 3, this is technically mine because I collect gingerbread men. There's my little sign back there that I could, like, my entire kitchen is basically a gingerbread bakery. That's how much I love gingerbread men. So Book 3. Book 4. This was Quincy's favorite book series for the longest time, and that is Duck and Goose. It's time for Christmas. Duck and Goose are just these two cute, the illustrations are absolutely precious. Oh goodness, I'm gonna drop the book. I love the illustrations in Duck and Goose. They're just super simplistic, great, for learning to read, and for ones that don't have the longest attention span. So, I love Duck and Goose. This one Quincy got last year, and it's with, learning to read, and that's the Gingerbread Pup. So, it's obviously a stage reader, and it's, stage 3, reading on your own, grades 1 through 3. Quincy's in 2nd grade. He can't read on his own, but it's still a really cute story with some really adorable, there we go, illustrations. That Gingerbread Pup is just the cutest, and I love it. It's a cute little story. It's by Mary Beth Bollets and illustrated by Holly Hibbert. Oh, I probably should say, Duck and Goose is by Tad Hills. Which, if I can find all of these books on Barnes & Noble or something, I will put them in the description box below, so that if you want to pick some up for your kiddos, you can. This is Santa's Magic Key by Eric James, illustrated by Simon Mendez. With this book came a key that we actually hang outside, so that the Santa can get in the house. This year we have a chimney, so we don't need to worry about that. But before, we didn't. And so my kids were all worried about Santa being able to get in. And so now we had Santa's Magic Key. And this is the front page. Very pretty. But then these illustrations remind me of Norman Rockwell. So, very cute illustrations. It's a beautiful story. I pulled out the key, and with it came a note. Thank you for hanging my key on the door. It said, keep believing in the magic of Christmas and don't forget to put it out every year. So, it's just, for those families that don't have chimneys, it is great to have, so the kids know that Santa can still get in. And it helps keep that magic of Christmas alive even longer. Next, we have Biscuit's Christmas Storybook Collection. This has 9 stories in this, I guess, anthology, maybe. And of course, it's, it's classic Biscuit. It's the little puppy, This edition includes, they all begin with Biscuit. So I'm just going to, Christmas Eve, first trip, Christmas, finds a friend, gives a gift, day at the farm, snowy day, lost teddy bear, and Merry Christmas from Biscuit. My grandmother, my boy's great grandmother, she always gives books for Christmas, and this was one of Quincy's one year, was Biscuit. So, oh, and that is by Alyssa Capuchilli. Yep. And pictures by Pat Scories. I don't know how to print. I'm terrible at names. This is obviously one you can tell that has been very, very well loved. How Do Dinosaurs Say Merry Christmas by Jane Yolen and Mark Tagey. This is obviously a loved book. Come along and join the fun in this exuberant celebration of the holiday season. Nikolai loves dinosaurs. My 10-year-old has loved dinosaurs since just after his first birthday. We started watching Dinosaur Train on PBS, and it hasn't stopped. He has watched anything and everything dinosaurs he can get his hands on since. Jurassic Park is obviously huge for him right now. So dinosaurs are a huge thing in this house. And what I think is so great with these dinosaur books, like How Do Dinosaurs books, is in the covers in here, they have a bunch of dinosaurs and their names. So we have, Therizinosaurus, Shukomimus, Guanlong, Gigantoraptor, Dimorphodon, Ionosaurus. Yeah. So dinosaurs are huge in this house, and they've been a thing for almost a decade. And they're so fun. If you have a kiddo in your life that is a dino kid, highly recommend these books. This entire series, not just the Merry Christmas one, but the entire series. And then also we have Disney's 5-minute Christmas stories. We get these all the time for my kids, whether it's Christmas ones, whether it's 5-minute Paw Patrol, 5-minute Puppy Dog Pals. I've bought 5-minute Pinkalicious for my husband's little sister, and like we've got Wally and Eva. I love Wally. We've got Aurora and Lady and the Tramp. We got Sully and Mike. Like, they are great little stories, and they are literally 5 minutes to read one story. So I like these. They're fun for the kids, they're fun for the adults. Highly recommend the 5 minutes books, and they're not insanely expensive for what they are. It's $12.99 for this hardcover book, so not that bad. Next I have My 12 Maine Days of Christmas. So another local author, Wendy Ulmer, and artwork by Sandy Crabtree. It's great because it has, moose and whoopie pies and sand dollars. Like, it's very, very Maine, and I love it. For like, on the 12th day, my 12th Maine Christmas, a birder gave to me 12 chickadees, 11 blueberries, 10 spitting clams, 9 whoopie pies, 8 shiny shrimp, 7 sand dollars, 6 woolen mittens, 5 majestic moose, 4 new potatoes, 3 blue lobster, 2 wooden oars, and a dark green wild pine tree. And the illustrations are stunning. Like, it's very Maine, and it's just super nostalgic. It makes me... And then it has fun facts in the back about Maine and whatnot. It makes me think of there's a song. It's called the Maine Christmas Song, and it's my favorite Christmas carol. And then right behind that is I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. So I recommend. If you have local authors, like, okay, if you go to your Barnes & Noble, you can find a table dedicated, or an end cap, dedicated to local authors, and you can find all kinds of Christmas books where you can support someone local. And so I totally recommend them. I also know that my local Barnes & Noble is doing a holiday book drive where if you buy a children's book and donate it, you can donate a children's book to a local orphanage. So every time I go in, I buy a children's book extra. And they accept all children's books from wee little ones to teenagers, because there's always somebody that needs something. And don't have someone to give them to them. So I recommend, if you're looking to spread some goodwill this year, donate to the Barnes & Noble Holiday Book Drive. Another one we have, 5-minute Christmas stories. So this obviously is non-denominational, it's not Disney, it's not specific. But we have Santa's 12 Days of Christmas, The Polar Bear Who Saved Christmas, We Three Kings, Mr. Penguin's First Christmas, Little Bear's Big Adventure, The Christmas Selfie Contest, and 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. And these illustrations, like, it's cute. I enjoy it. I recommend these little stories to everyone. And again, $12.99. And this isn't like a hardcover, like it's squishy hardcover, if that makes sense. It's like it's a padded hardcover. So there's that one. And of course it doesn't really tell us who wrote it. I believe each story has a different author and illustrator, so can't really give credit there. But they're great books. Another one is How to Catch a Snowman by Adam Wallace and Andy Elkerton. This is similar to How to Catch a Gingerbread Man, but it's a snowman we're hunting down this time. So I don't thumpity thump or give warm hugs. That's for my snowman friends to do. Clever kids will try to trap me, but who will catch me? You? So another great book. I love these. My kids love these. My husband loves these. Really recommend them. Then we have How to Catch an Elf. As you can tell, this one is very well loved. We've got some broken binding. It's Christmas Eve, your traps are set, you've made your secret plans, and now I'm coming to your house, so catch me if you can. And obviously Quincy thought it needed a little bit more artwork on the cover. But it's just such a fun series. And then I won't have to talk about it again because this is the last one we have that's Christmassy. How to Catch a Yeti. Legend has it there's a beast we really want to meet. So grab your friends and set your traps and catch those fuzzy feet. It's cute. And we have wonderful things. I love these illustrations. They're so colorful, so fantastic. I can't say enough about that series. Next, we have One Maine Christmas Eve, written and illustrated by Douglas Coffin. A delightful variation on the Santa Claus legend in which not Rudolph, but a whole gaggle of critters saved the day. Rather, the eve, the night before Christmas. These illustrations kind of remind me of the Peanuts. And I love them. It's super cute. It's so fun. Obviously another Maine author and illustrator. It's Christmas Eve in Maine, and Miss Moody and her boarders, Millie and Emery, as well as Miss Moody's pup, Smittens, are all tucked into bed when in the barnyard arises such a clatter. It turns out that Santa has been grounded by a sick reindeer, and Christmas hangs in the balance for boys and girls all over the world. But it also turns out that Santa couldn't have picked a better yard for an emergency landing. Who's any more adept than a Maine farmer at getting a broken down machine or sleigh back into service? This verbal and visual lark turns the night before Christmas into a tale of good old Yankee making do. And it's just cute. I love it. My kids enjoy it. They think it's funny that Santa ends up having a pig and a goose and ducks all pulling his sleigh. And last is Pop Classics Elf. This is based on the film written by David Brennenbaum, illustrated by Kim Smith. Elf is my husband's all-time favorite Christmas movie. And I'd be a cotton-headed Nitty Muggins if I said I didn't like it. It has cute illustrations. This whole Pop Classics, they have all kinds where they have taken movies and made them into books. There's like The Goonies, Back to the Future, wonderful things like that. And I love them. They're fantastic. So, can't help that. That's the last book. I lost count at how many books that was. 16 Christmas book recommendations for all your little ones out there. Tell me in the comments down below what's your favorite Christmas book? Is it one of these? Do you have your own that you love reading every year to your kiddos or the loved ones in your life? Let me know. I might end up having to pick them up. So, remember, until next time, you are loved and you are valid.